Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I will talk about Facebook, one of the most prevalent social media in the world. Firstly, Facebook was founded in uh, 4th February 2004 by Mark Zuckerberg. And to be honest, the company was founded in first time in his school, namely FaceMask. It platform connect the data from college in Harvard and used to like a tool to find information. And that tool it attract more than half the number of the college in the Harvard, and that's why it's become famous not only in a Harvard school but just in a few months. It's come from very many university in Canada and also American. That's why Mark Zuckerberg dropped out from school to develop his app, his Facebook, and especially in 2005, Facebook the Facebook is removed the D from the name and by the Facebook.com, uh, you know, to like a new domain website, and that's why. And nowadays, Facebook very many popular in the world. Uh, uh, it's had nearly 2 billion million people use every month, and um, uh, more than 1 billion every day uh, log in, and that's why the, and in few years, Facebook the corporate Facebook is changed name into the Meta, and so that's why they so successful in his field, in their field. Firstly, about their leader, Mark Zuckerberg, is the chairman and the CEO of Facebook. He is a student from Harvard School, and also he studied the psychological and science in computer. That's why he have very many experience in in this field. So he know that and he have the idea. That's why Facebook is so famous nowadays. Uh, why they can bring their social media into the world? Well, Facebook is firstly Facebook in the from the beginning is like a tool more than the social media. But after that, Marx think that's why we uh, don't create the apps help to connect people with each other, not only in the country but also in the world, and very many place in the same time. It's very convenient and is bring people to people nearly. So that's why they don't need to advertise their app. That's because if you know that very many if too many people around you will use something, you will have a want to use something like them. We don't want to be different from the other, right? And so what is the risk they must to face with when they want to get successful in the market, inside outside the country? Well, to be honest, is the ways Facebook buy the app, and especially Instagram. Well, in that time, Instagram is one of the biggest picture app. But who know in the future if the Instagram is outdated or something else? So the decision of Mark Zuckerberg to buy Instagram with $1 billion is very dangerous, but it's help him to take a lot of money from people, because Instagram nowadays is very important in the social media. So what is the some achievement of Facebook? Well, when they launched the stock calling IPO they collect nearly $16 billion. That is one of the biggest amount of money in the world in history. That is one of the successful in Facebook, I know, and maybe the Mark Zuckerberg. And by contrast, the fellow. Well, what is the fellow? I can say that in the 2021, they create the metaverse, is a VR technology, but although it have a plan and clear purpose, but the ways they launch the metaverse, it had problems, so they lost nearly $10 million in 2021. That's a big failure with Facebook because their revenues just nearly $145 billion in 2021. And finally, I want to tell you about some market which works with Facebook. First is about China. Is the dense population, one of the most dense population country in the world. That is billion people, but they don't really have be a potential customer with Facebook because in their country, Facebook is not prevalent. The government banned Facebook and tried to make it disappear from the people side because they create the social media for themselves called Websyn or maybe the WeChat, you know that. And the second is about North Korean. Well, in North Korean, they don't really use social media in general because they don't really have the Wi-Fi or can share the information with the world. That's why. And as I know, Facebook nearly can't do anything to change that because the government, is strict and very dangerous if some business want to take part in their market. So that's all I want to tell you about the Facebook and the ways they become a giant in technology and social media like the present date. Well, for me, to be honest, I think Facebook in the future should have some strategies to take part in their strict market, like the Northern Korea or like China. That's what. But anyways, Facebook in nowadays is become a part and parcel of our life. We can't live without the social media, and our grandparent, our family, and also relative, and need to use Facebook to connect each other. Anyways, there are some people say that pure Facebook are try to steal our data. I don't think that's true, but anyways, thanks for watching and stay with me for a long time. See you later, guys. Goodbye.